Hi guys, Richard
And Amanda.
from the Poke family, which you can see right there,
We are.
bottom of the screen.
Poke family.
From the Poke family, here once again for our weekly live show.
Weekly. Live. I don't feel very alive today. I'm
The
totally
screen's
honest with
gone
you.
black.
Oh no, silly me. There you go, have it back.
Your screen's gone black.
Not anymore, not anymore.
Not anymore, not anymore.
Oh, I'm gonna fix it.
Amanda's fiddling. Technical stuff. Fiddling.
Hey, I don't really know why your Pokeball's off edge of the screen there. But
Don't worry. It'll be fine.
it will.
It'll be fine.
It will. Well, kinda. I'm still fiddling. Carry on, you can talk.
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 So,
What's been happening this week?
What's been happening? As always, it's been an eventful week in Pokemon GO. We've started, we talked about this last week. We started the Valentine's Day event. It's okay. It's okay.
Just okay.
Yeah.
Do you not like it? What happened?
I don't know. It just I defended it last week.
Yeah.
I defended it. But it does feel a little bit like, like
Indefensible.
old hat.
Oh.
Old hat. It's not very different to previous years. Like
Richard.
the
Poke family, Richard.
the love disc is spawning everywhere because it's a love heart Pokemon.
Yeah.
Chansey spawns occasionally because it's pink. Like the pink Pokemon. Execute.
Execute. Hey, well done.
And
I'm
stuff.
genuinely impressed.
Whismer, all that stuff. Just spawning
pink?
spawning everywhere. They didn't drop a spawn shiny, only egg shinies. Babies. Cleffer and Smoochum. So...
Do you know what I'm thinking it is? I'm thinking it's this. I think it's this. It's too small.
Possibly. There we go.
Hey, I fixed it.
Fixed it.
I feel so smart.
Fixed it. There we go.
Oh,
you
sugar,
guys
what
can
have I
see
done now?
my entire screen.
Yay! Woohoo!
So yeah, the Valentine's Day event's going on. Now, some of the research tasks are pretty interesting. Look at ones, the ones that I've got finished there. That's catching a Chansey. I've got another one for catch a Chansey there.
Hey, whoa. Oh, sugar. Hold on a minute. Oh yeah, I do get 3 as well. I thought I were only getting 1. I thought I'd been ripped off then for a second.
No, you get.
I thought I was just gonna write to Niantic. Hi, James.
Hi, James's. Where's it gone?
On the floor. And
Reach down and get it then.
Zelda's it way.
Well, how can I get it?
I don't know if I kick it over, maybe. I can't get down that far, honestly. Not in my state. Yeah.
Eye roll.
Don't you eye roll me. 1 point.
Amanda's talking in reference to my recent attempt at in the UK to get a driver's license. You have to do 2 things. You have to pass a practical test, which is proving to an instructor that you can drive a car, practically, work the gears, etc. I'll get to that, James. I'll get to that. My thoughts on it. And the other part is passing a theory test, which is answering a bunch of questions, like in a test, about cars and road signs and rules on the road, etc.
Under exam conditions.
And like a hazard perception type thing. So they run videos where you have to click when a hazard appears, so you can prove that you're adept at spotting these things. I did that on Monday, was it?
Yeah, I think it was Monday.
On Monday, and I failed by 1 point. So I passed the hazard perception, but I failed the questions. I had to get 43 out of 50 questions right, and I got 42 right. So I failed.
He cried himself to sleep that night.
It wasn't great. Wasn't great. But I'm holding to it because I was ill and I was unable in the week prior to it to study. I weren't able to do anything. Were I though?
No, darling, you weren't.
So.
But I did ask you if you wanted me to cancel it.
Straight away, James. I'm booked in again straight away. There's no rule. You can just keep going again. But
you need to give 3. You need to have 3 clear days before. But we've done it for about a month's time. So
hopefully I should be able to actually study this time and pass it. To say that I didn't study at all and I came off the back of an illness, I thought I did okay.
You still cried yourself to sleep.
I didn't cry.
You did. I heard you.
I didn't cry. But anyway.
What do you think to the event this weekend?
The clam pearl thing. I don't know. I'm struggling.
It's going to be it's going to be like in the wild after that, though, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm struggling to understand it. So, clam pearl and its evolutions, which are gender based. Yeah,
so you can't have the same evolution on female and the male.
Yeah. Not in the game, the Gen 3 Pokemon from Holland. We've been waiting for them to arrive for a while, and now they're releasing them because...
Smiggles, have you seen new...
I have seen the new loading screen. That's because of the snapshot thing, and obviously they're going to be releasing Smiggle. But the last event that they did, the last research event, the Feebas one...
The pants? You work.
It wasn't fun.
It didn't work at all.
I mean, I enjoyed the hunt part of it. Like, it felt like it felt like a challenge. But the research tasks weren't interesting to do at all, and they were long-winded.
And we know people that did like upwards of 70 and didn't even get shiny.
Yeah, 70 plus research tasks complete, didn't get shiny. Now this time, there isn't a shiny on offer. They've just said, a bunch of water type Pokemon are going to be more commonly appearing in the wild. So one has to assume that the quests are going to be related to water type Pokemon, catching water type Pokemon. So is it really an opportunity for people to get shinies from the boosted spawns of certain water types, things like Krabby, for example, that not many people have got. I've seen lists where it's still listed along with things like Misdreavus and baby spawns, certain Pichu babies with certain hats as being like god level, acquisitions.
Rabbits?
Yeah, because people just don't have them. They're not uncommon spawns, but they're not common enough for shinies to appear that regularly.
Oh, I see, right. I've not got a shiny Krabby, but...
No.
William has, I think.
Yeah, William got it pretty quickly, but it was just luck.
So James agrees with you. Very tedious, the research tasks for a Feebas Day.
And I have to wonder how they're going to make it interesting. Currently, the research tasks are cool as a side thing. So I'm going out hunting Pokemon or playing Pokemon GO, and because I'm going to be going near Pokestops, I get extra little things to do that give me extra little rewards. Kind of interesting as a side thing. Not so interesting as a main focus of the game. I don't think that any of the tasks are legitimately interesting to do. They're just things that you do while you're playing the game. You catch certain Pokemon types. You throw curveballs. You get great throws, etc. You hatch eggs, etc. So as a side thing,
he's hoping to get finally get a shiny Krabby. I think they will up shiny rates for Krabby and other water Pokemon.
Well, that's kind of the point that I was getting to. I think, to make the event a success, they're probably going to have to up shiny rates or do something to make it favourable.
What have you been eating? Crisps. It's crisps, that isn't it? Keep up. Sorry, you were saying.
To make it interesting, you have to do something. And
hi, Bob. Hi, Amy.
Raid days work because there's the exciting chance of getting a shiny or whatever that from that raid day.
Hi, Jacob.
So that works. Community days work because you've got the adrenaline spike of catching shiny Pokemon, getting that shiny Pokemon in your decks, maybe even the unique move that's on offer, the community day move, being good or interested as being a focus. These research days, I'm not sure what they actually offer. I mean, Clamperl will spawn in the wild afterwards. They've not said that they're releasing the shiny version of it. They may. Sometimes they release shinies without telling us, but I can't imagine that they would do that for a day like this.
Oh, Bob might have another take on it. He's umming. Although I do have to wonder if part of your downer on the research day this weekend is because you have to work.
Yeah, I'm pretty much unable to play, unable to do it. I'll be Go Plusing in my pocket and picking up a few quests where I can, and that will be about it. So I won't be able to run a live stream. I've got an unavoidable job that is unmovable, that starts pretty much as the event starts and finishes pretty much as the event ends. So
and you have to pay a mortgage, don't you, bro?
Yeah. So unfortunately, I'm not sure that I'm going to be able to play it, but that's not part of the downer for me.
I might go live though. Depends if I can work out how to get some data. I need to work some data out. Don't really like limited research, but it's still doing it. It's still doing it because Niantic has me whipped. Fair play.
Well, I spoke about this in lives a few weeks ago. They're now in the game of must play events. I don't want to miss this because if I miss it, I might not get the chance again.
Fear of missing out.
Yeah, the fear of
FOMO.
The fear of missing out, and that it kind of works. And as long as the events are interesting, that's good. It works. It's fine.
It is true, James.
But it's the feedback research day did not give me high hopes. It was okay. I enjoyed the hunt. I'm glad I got a shiny. The quests themselves were not interesting. The actual research tasks were not interesting.
I didn't enjoy doing them. Like catching, what were it, catch 10?
Yeah, it was just catching too many Pokemon.
And it were like, have we done it yet?
Whereas I think this time around, if they do it right, it will be more like a fancy shiny hunt with extra rewards.
Amy's excited for the increased water spawns though.
There you go. A lot of the increased water spawns have got shiny Pokemon attached to them.
One was 15 Pokemon, wasn't it?
I think so, yeah.
I would literally sat there going...
It was a lot.
Have we done it yet?
It's good that Niantic continue to experiment with what they can do to deliver an interesting game. It is good that they do that. It's not good that you go into an event like this questioning, like, is this actually going to work? Is it going to be good? Because last time, not so good.
Yeah.
But they have hit some, they've hit some home runs.
I was going to say they've some corkers before.
Are great. Raid days.
Raid days, fantastic.
You know,
especially when when you've got a good car full, and you're running from one to next, and it's and I mean, in America, I've seen how your gyms are. They are so closely packed together. You can literally run on foot from one to another, and the adrenaline's there. And when you've got your little tight knit group, and you've got 4 or 5, maybe even more groups, all doing it together, and it's amazing, isn't it? 15 nice throws, 10 great throws, earn candy with buddy, at check, blah blah blah. Yeah,
exactly.
It's pants. Absolute pants.
I'm hoping that they're going to keep it simple this time, and it's just like, I don't know, catch 10 water types, done. And that's just them all. Because that way you can focus on the spawns that are actually present and actually try and get some shinies. The problem is actually catching the Pokemon is not the most efficient way of finding shinies either.
Nope.
Just checking them and moving on is the most efficient way of finding shinies. So, trying to mix it up like this isn't necessarily going to work either. I've got a lot of worries about this Clan Pearl event. A lot of worries. I think that they're probably not going to get the research days off the ground properly. They'll probably keep doing them, but I think they'll see less interest in community days and raid days.
Yeah, I hope that they've learnt from feedback too.
The problem is I've thought about it, Amy. What can they do? What can they do to make it interesting?
Not have Europe as the guinea pig.
So they could have set like reward rates. Is that what you're saying?
Beforehand, so that nobody feels hard done by when everyone else gets cool stuff.
They could do that. They could do that, but
not getting my hopes up too much. Not getting Amy's hopes up too much. Just Amy's.
That's like a standards problem though, rather than a quality.
I suppose.
Problem. The quality of the event, you should come out of the end of an event,
with a high wanting to do the next one.
Perhaps feeling a bit sad if you didn't manage to get the reward that you were going for, but feeling good that it was fun.
Yeah.
I've done raid days, and I think Articuno, I didn't get shiny. I had to trade to get one, but I still had a great time.
That's a good idea. Make it a day or a weekend research instead of just 3 hours, so that you've got the time. I sort of added to Amy's then. She said a day research, and I was like, if we had a weekend, then even though you're working for like 3.5 hours, which is literally the 3.5 hours that it's on. And you could come out of work, or you could start work. Before you start work, you could do a bit, and then after you come out of work, you could do a bit, and then day after.
I've thought about this. Let's examine that.
Go on then.
For a moment. Okay, so the only other examples in Pokemon GO that we can work with here are the community days that have lasted longer.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the Christmas one
and the Eevee.
Did Eevee, what was that?
Well, Eevee were
3 hours on 2 days, right? So they're the only occasions. Now, were they good?
Probably not as good as others.
Right. So what we're working with is the reason why community days and raid days work is because they give you an adrenaline spike. They give you like a dopamine release when you get the thing. When the MacGuffin, the plot, the device appears on your screen, the plot of Swinub Community Day is a shiny Swinub.
Yeah.
Yeah. The plot of a raid day is a shiny version of that Pokemon.
Yes.
Yes.
Agreed.
When it appears on your screen, you get an adrenaline spike, and the fact that it's only a limited time and you have to rush, you get your heart rate up by rushing.
Right.
That is the reason why those days work. Spread that out over a weekend, and you just get a.
But because because it's research, yeah, you're not getting that adrenaline spike anyway, really.
It might work because, but then it just becomes like a regular event.
Well,
over a day, like if the Valentine's Day events come along, yeah, like we've got now, and you get special Valentine's research that lasts the entirety of the event, and you get rewards based on that research, and you've got 10 days, 12 days to do it. Fun, but you don't get a spike of adrenaline from completing those tasks.
No. I've got to say, though, I didn't get the spike of adrenaline from doing any tasks on Feedbath Day. I actually don't enjoy doing tasks at all. Like, at all. It's a bit of a bind for me. I mean, you know as well as I do. Oh, you can't see it a minute.
I'm
shiny. Never on time with
the reason why the Christmas Community Day worked is because people dip in and out of Pokemon GO all the time. So you've always got someone in the community that's going to be excited about a Pokemon that's been revisited. So you get like a feel-good feeling from your friends.
Other people.
You know what I mean? Like even myself, for the Christmas Community Day that lasted the whole weekend, I had a goal. I didn't have Shiny Pikachu.
Yeah.
I missed Pikachu Community Day. The only community day that I've ever missed.
So Amy might be biased because she got a shiny Larvitar.
Nowhere near that, James.
And
James,
I've got how many research tasks have you guys completed?
Nowhere near that.
Yeah, nowhere near. Which one is it? What does it look like?
I can't remember which one it is for tasks. It's that one, isn't it? About less than half of what you've completed.
Can't even see it. Oh, I'm not even.
1600,
nowhere near. Hi, Carl.
1636. But I think a lot of these things are location related.
Oh,
here where we are.
I'm yawning like crazy.
It happens every time. I tell you to go to sleep and you don't.
I'm sorry.
And then we do the live and you're yawning.
Wednesday night's a bad one. We're getting late. And then I can't go to sleep because I'm wired because we've just been getting in late. And we had a good day today. We had a really good day today.
But anyway, yeah, I think the tasks thing's location related, James. Like, I don't know. Is it Wisconsin where you live? I mean, Amanda's not been there. I've never been to America at all. Amanda has experiences in San Francisco, and in San Francisco there's a Pokestop every 2 steps.
Yeah.
In this country, even in London, you don't have that.
I never even went off the beaten path. Like, literally, I wouldn't cross a road because they're too big. Like I'm not kidding you, right? Their roads look like our motorways. Yeah. I were terrified. I weren't crossing road. So I didn't even cross the road, and I ended up with...
This, I mean, don't misunderstand me, James. This is not why. You know, it's cool. The game's different depending on where you go. One of the things that I love about playing Pokemon GO. But when you've got a Pokestop every 2 or 3 steps, you can complete quests quite quickly. In this country, we could go to our local town and do every quest every single day, and I don't think that I'd catch you up.
No. I just for gyms. You know that my thing is collecting gym badges. Mm. And sometimes I could see a gym and I'd stand there going to see if it would go over to it. But I weren't crossing road for it because they were literally just on the edge of my circle. Just on the edge of my little pinger. And I picked up 65 gyms in America in 4 days. 4 days, 65 gyms, without going off the beaten path at all.
without diverting, just going about your daily business.
Literally just doing what I was doing. I didn't cross a road that I didn't need to. I didn't do anything. So, yes, we are very excited for submissions.
It feels a bit weird, James, because like the descriptions for the submissions say it's basically, do people go here or is it a historical location? Now, what our country does have is
history.
Tons of history.
Is there a shiny nutter out?
Yes.
Not on my screen, isn't it?
But the Pokestops just don't exist. And where, like, you could go to a historical location that's quite big and there'll be one Pokestop there.
Amy's house is going to be nominated, apparently. It must be historic. How many do you think you will submit in your small town? We've got some Ingress players now that have just taken up Ingress that are
quite a lot of the Pokemon GO players have cottoned on to the Ingress thing. The reason why we have a gym here now is because some of the Pokemon GO players have cottoned on to the Ingress thing, and they are trying their best. But like, quite a lot of their submissions are coming back as being no, negative. You can't have that, and that's. I don't know. We don't seem to have as many small businesses here in the UK that America does, because you're not allowed to put a Pokestop on a McDonald's because that's a brand. That would have to be sponsored by McDonald's. Pay Niantic to put stops on all their gyms. But
unfortunately, all our small businesses, cafes, and things like that, have been taken out of business by chains.
Yep.
We can't afford to. My mum had a cafe, and she ended up closing down within
small businesses have been taken over.
Supermarkets have taken grocery shops over, and it's just a bit of a nightmare.
Occasionally you will find Pokestops at supermarkets, etc., but they won't be for the supermarket. They'll be for something that's there, like a clock
or a stone
or a sculpture, a piece of art, or something that just happens to be attached to the supermarket. Or
we have got quite a bit of art in Barnsley, though. Like, we've got the borrowed art from Yorkshire Sculpture.
That's not a Pokestop either, is it?
No, and that could be.
It could happen. There's quite a lot that could be submitted, and is currently being submitted by people who play Ingress. But it is rough going, and
we're sort of leaving it to them, really, aren't we, at the moment? Because
it looks like the only thing that is almost a guarantee to get put through is a pub.
A pub, yeah. That's not a chain. Amy says there was a stop in Manchester that was just a giant toy bear in a tree.
You see, I've had discussions with the guys who were playing Ingress, who were doing this.
We have lots of sculptures in our downtown.
And they basically said, a lot of the Pokestops that you see, that things like what you just described, Amy, are just holdovers. When they first implemented Ingress, they just passed pretty much anything as a portal to get the game going.
Post boxes is one of the things that's in the thing at the moment, isn't it?
Post boxes. If you see a post box that's a Pokestop, that's a rarity. Unless it's a special post box, a gold or a black post box, then it's a rarity, Amy, because they just don't pass them anymore. Even though it is a place where people go all the time, you know, it's a public hotspot where people go regularly. No. I mean, in our town, in our little town, where you can see near where the gym is, I've just got my screen pointed at the gym. There's a fish and chip shop, very British. Fish and chips is a very British thing, which is culture. It's a place where people congregate because they go there to buy fish and chips.
And you're encouraged to sit outside a fish and chip shop as well with, like to eat your fish and chips. In
the summer months they have
tables and chairs
outside. An Ingress, one of the Ingress players put it in. Nope, sorry, can't have it.
We need a chippy stop.
They wouldn't allow it, Amy. So it's a bit of a, I'm hoping that eventually it will happen and they will start putting stops through, because we just need more, James, basically. We need more stops and we need more gyms. Like in our local area, on a raid day, the absolute hardcore players who sit in cars and drive from one gym to the next, they get enough people in the car with the decent enough accounts to be able to do the raid bosses, and they move from one gym to the next without waiting for anyone, just the people in the car. And they do maybe 30 to 35 raids on a raid day, James. That's total. Compare that to what's actually doable where you live.
They're hardcore though, then.
And they are hardcore.
We've managed...
They don't look up from their phones. They drive off as soon as the raid's finished and catch while they're driving.
We've managed about 18, is it? 18, 19 maximum. Because we did a very similar thing. But yes, we did it for Gengar. It was a very fun day.
Oh, I expected more, James. I expected... but it's just a perception that we've got. Yeah. It's a perception that both myself and Amanda's got that's probably erroneous. That if you live in America, you've just you have loads of gyms. Yeah. Because that's what Amanda actually experienced. But she did visit San Francisco, which is a pretty big city. It's huge. It's not like it's a little tiny pokey city, is it? It's huge. But we do about between 15 and 20. Yeah. On a raid day. Me and Amanda and Amy sometimes jumps in with us and a few other people.
That's where Amy got Slide Pants nickname from. Yeah. Because
we try to enjoy it, don't we? We try to have a good time and a laugh, and we often either stream it or film it or whatever, which takes time as well. You can't. If you're going to stream or you're going to film it, you're committed to doing less. You're just not going to be able to do as many as if you were just purely focusing on your phone, which is okay. It's fine. We love it. It's just you have to be ready. Oh, good. It's more relaxed, but there are other groups that do 30. Our group, yeah. I like to try and enjoy it. And catch the Pokemon.
This is it, and some of them, the more hardcore players in our community, literally don't. They know what the decent things are, decent CPs are, and if they're no good, they will literally just run away from them.
Yeah, they'll just hit run and ride off. They might throw a few balls, but if they haven't caught it by the time they arrive at the next raid, they'll just click run. Yeah. And go again.
That's so cool.
Yeah, which it makes no sense to me because candies.
Hugo, I love you so much. Oh. Me too. What's this?
Enable Adventure Center.
Oh, you know why that is, don't you? That's because I decided instead of update it today.
Got 4 shinies.
Nice. Because I didn't update today.
Right.
I uninstalled.
Oh, right, yeah.
And reinstalled.
That's a good little piece of advice, guys. Every so often, just uninstall your games and reinstall it. You'll save a bit of space on your phone, and the game
runs much better.
Will run better. If you just keep adding patches on, it will cause things to slow down.
Mine were getting a little bit. So I basically got rid of the whole thing.
Okay, guys, it is time to play Guess the Pokemon.
Guess the Pokemon.
every week we complete our research task during this live. You can see right there the white rings there on the last one. In that box there's going to be a legendary Pokemon, one of the legendary birds, one of the legendary beasts, or Lugia or Ho-Ho. We play a little game every week. If you guess the Pokemon and you guess correctly, you get some points. You go into our league table, and at the end of the year, we have a league winner. Do we not?
We do.
So, now it's time to guess what Pokemon is going to come out of my box and Amanda's box.
Why are you laughing at that? That's rude. You just made it rude. It's not rude until you made it rude.
I didn't mean to make it rude. I'm sorry, guys, but hey, good job. Yes, I know, Willow. You never do any field research because you've just sat in that van. It never changes.
I didn't get a stone this week.
Carl, Amanda, Lugia, Richard, Zapdos. I actually won. I've changed my tune. I've been saying that I want a shiny Ho-Ho with good IVs. Changing my tune. I just want a Raikou. It's double candies. I've got a decent Raikou that I want to power up. I'm about to get to that. I'm nearly finished powering this Kyogre up that I've got. It's nearly done. I'm getting pretty close now. 2 more power-ups and it's finished. Next is a Raikou, so I want a Raikou. And I've been getting them. So I don't think I'm going to get one. I think I'm going to get a face drop. I'm going to get a Suicune. No,
so we've got some Ho-Ho, no shiny, no stone, Amanda, Raikou. Yeah. Moltres, Suicune, hashtag face drop.
Every week, Amy. I'm telling you, I had a strong feeling that we were friends, but it doesn't feel like that.
Oh, Amy, next time you see him, call him 1 point.
I've already told the story.
And if you want to know why, rewind.
I've already told the story. Right, Amy, what happened is, I was sick, and I couldn't study, and I had my driving theory test, and I failed by 1 point.
1 point.
I needed to get 43 questions right, and I got 42 right. So failed. That's what happened.
Another great throw.
That's what happened. Any more guesses, guys?
On a Jigglypuff.
Before I open this fantastic box.
Oh dear. Oh, do you know what Richard told me today? Confided in me and said, "Don't tell anybody."
This feels like not telling anyone.
He said, when shiny... Oh, I can't actually use the word that you used. When shiny Jigglypuff comes out, I'm going to lose my SHIT. He didn't spell it out.
I am going to.
You got excited, didn't you, darling?
Because there's Jigglypuff everywhere at the moment because it's pink. And it's Valentine's Day or something.
And Jigglypuff's his favourite.
Yeah. So when it happens, I'm going to... Probably not quite as much. Even though it is my favourite Pokemon, not as much as Rayquaza.
Oh, you'll definitely lose yourself with Ray, won't you? With Ray.
Amanda will be mental. She'll hate me because I'll be like, let's clear the schedule. We're not doing anything but raid Rayquaza.
We'll lose the house. We'll not be able to pay the mortgage. Anything.
Clear the schedule. Never mind this self-employed malarkey. We are raiding Rayquaza.
He'll just be live for a whole
Here we
3
are
weeks.
For our 93rd Rayquaza raid. I've only got 10 shinies, which is not enough.
100% shinies. How many 100%ers did you get last time?
2 Rayquaza 100%ers.
Don't look at me like that.
And I'm happy about it as well.
I know you are. Right, come on then. Let's open the box. You ready?
Yep.
3, 2, 1, go.
Oh, you got a Zapdos.
I did get a Zapdos.
20 Pokeballs again. A mysterious Pokemon has appeared. Yay!
Well done.
I got what I wanted. I can't throw Pokeballs.
Ta-da!
Ta-da! I don't mess about first ball. Get out life.
I got a great just like you did.
And we'll get another Suicune one day. But today is not that day. That's rubbish. That's going up for trade.
Mine's rubbish too.
Shall we do a legendary trade?
Did we do a legendary trade yesterday?
I traded a Melton for us. Come on then. What we're trading?
Don't know. What do you want to trade?
What shall we trade, guys? A legendary Pokemon.
You're hitting your leg quite a lot, aren't you? I can hear it, like when you're hitting it every time.
Shall we do a Palkia?
If you want.
Shall we do a weather boosted Palkia? Have you got a weather boosted Palkia? I bet you haven't.
I don't think so. Do you want to sweep it, love?
No. Thanks.
You're welcome. Look, this is how many Rayquazas he made me do. Ridiculous.
I'll trade a Palkia for a Rayquaza.
Palkia.
Oh, that one there, that's A. Okay, go on, I'll give you a weather boosted one.
Ooh. So you need... Which one am I taking? Which one's yours? This one. So I need 26, yeah? Alright.
28.50.
28.50? Oh yeah.
28.50.
Silly me. Yep, 28.50.
And I need 22.80.
28.50. Come on.
Come on.
Cal says Pidgey for a Weedle. I don't think we've got any Pidgeys. They're like gold dust right now. You see a Pidgey and you're like, go on.
Rubbish.
28.50. Yeah, mine's rubbish too.
Get on with you. Straight to the professor. Bye bye, Palkia.
May not be good in battle.
I did get this. I think it was yesterday though. 96%.
That's pretty cool.
Rawr. With its tiny head.
In real life, it wouldn't work, would it?
No. I mean, this is supposed to be like the Pokemon Lord of Time.
All right. He ain't even gonna watch.
It's got its special move, Spatial Rend. Right. Look at the size of its head. Where does it keep it? Unless it keeps its brain and its massive 80 shoulder pads. It's got a tiny head. Look at that. Rah! I control time.
So we've got
Palkia is space. Sorry, I control the entirety of space.
Dialga is time.
I don't know which is worse, Amy.
She still doesn't have a Palkia.
What we can? Do you want us to come up island, Amy, and raid a Palkia near your house?
We did, didn't we?
Yeah.
We did it on your gym.
We've done it a few times up there.
Yeah. We came up and might not have told you.
Tell me, guys, do you trust Palkia to control the entirety of space with his little head?
I don't know. It looks very space-like with all the lucky shine in the background. Hugo has 3 shinies but no dittos. He wants to cry.
Dittos are awkward to catch.
And find, because you don't know if it's actually a ditto.
These are my shinies. It seems like I've got a lot, but most of them are just community day shinies, really, if I'm honest. I've got a few other things, but not loads of other things.
I've had some shinies that have gone to Professor by accident too.
I understand, Amy. I understand. That's fine. But if we're up there and we're doing a raid, I'll drop you a message. No pressure, of course. So if you want to come, you know, and you maybe we can get you a Palkia. I'd hate for Palkia to go, and you'd have to wait until next time for you to get one for your Pokédex. You know, it's okay. It's not. Its stats are absolutely amazing. They're like, wow, beyond crazy. But its movesets are not great. I mean, Draco Meteor.
These.
You've got loads of them, haven't you?
These.
Keep catching shiny nuggets, chicken nuggets.
They're doing my head in. This one's 98.
We will, Amy. We will. We will. So, as far as Clan Pearl Research Day is concerned, I won't be going live. The job that I have to do is unavoidable. I have to do it. It's pretty important. It's one of the few revenue streams that we have as a family that's stable. So I need to go and do that job. It's rare that work gets in the way.
Yeah, maybe a lot of work that we do is movable. Changeable, movable, easily reorganised. This one, however, due to illness last week, is already being reorganised once, and it's a stable income for us.
Yeah.
So if we were to...
If I hadn't been ill, it wouldn't have been a problem because it would already been done. I would have completed the job already. It would have been, and I would have been completely free for this Clan Pearl Research Day. But unfortunately, due to illness, I wasn't able to do it.
And they gave us this Saturday or nothing. And if we don't take it, then we sort of... How not blacklisted as such, but they don't call on you as much because they see you as unreliable. So it's difficult. Amanda
may go live if we can figure out a way of getting a decent amount of data on her phone. Because at the moment, all the data's on my phone.
He's spamming RE2.
Resident Evil 2.
Ah.
I've been playing it as well. I'm on my first playthrough with Leon, and I'm in the lab near the end. I'm not gonna say anymore. I don't want to spoil it for anyone. There are zombies.
What I've noticed is that Richard jumps a lot.
Yeah, it's scary. Makes me jump.
What I notice is that we get this repeated pattern of dead. That's literally what happens. Oh, Lena's my baby.
The funniest thing that's happened so far was
when you smack yourself in the side of the face.
Yeah. There was like a trap to defeat a boss, and I'd not figured out what it was. And like you press a button, and it sets the trap, and you press another button, and it releases the trap. So I pressed the button, and he said, "Oh." Leon said something, and then when I pressed the button again, he said, "I've got you now, you snitch." And then the trap killed me, and not the boss. Which I thought was hilarious.
Flinging through air like a ragdoll.
Yeah. Ah! Dead.
You
are dead.
Mr. X suddenly appeared on the other side of the door I was going through, and I spent 15 minutes on the boss screen.
Yeah, that's the one. Crane. Yeah. That's the one. Yeah. Got you now, you son of a bitch.
You're not allowed to say that. We're not doing Resident Evil. We're doing Pokemon Go.
Resident Evil's an 18.
What can you hear that? What is it? That's sweet.
Seek your parents' permission before playing.
Yes, Amy.
I'm talking to you, James. I'm sure you're old enough for that game. It's very scary. But anyway, I think we're done.
Are we?
Yeah.
Are we going to bed?
You might see Amanda for Clamper Research Day live.
Maybe.
But she'll find it difficult because she finds it difficult walking and talking at the same time. Never mind playing Pokemon Go and talking to you guys.
Thank you, Hugh. I'm glad that you managed to catch up with us. Hopefully we'll see you again soon. Happy dreams. Amy's 23. She'll do what she wants, damn it.
23 and I'll do what I want.
I once saw a little placard thing.
I remember feeling that rebellious as well.
I saw one of those placard things in one of those like gift shop type things at the seaside at the coast, and it said teenagers, which I'm just gonna bring into 23-year-olds as well. Quick, move out, get a job, and blah blah blah. While you know everything.
Well, you still know everything. I remember that. I laughed at it as well. I'm 40 and I'll do what I want, including killing myself with a crane on Resident Evil 2.
And going to work instead of playing Pokemon Go.
Yeah. That's a very adulting thing to do, isn't it?
It is a very adulting thing to do.
I don't have time for these Pokemon. One must work.
You nearly cried when it came out, when news came out. You know it. Because literally you'd accepted that job an hour before.
Yeah.
And you were just like, research day.
I'll revenge you from the crane.
Oh dear.
Right.
Avenge.
Right. We will see you in the next live stream, which could possibly just be Amanda by herself. She won't even have any kids. It'll just be you guys and Amanda. Yeah, kids will be at Roy's. This weekend. So it'll just be you and
me.
The Pokefamily universe.
Pokefamily universe.
I don't know what to call them.
Am I the universe?
The people who find us interesting enough to watch.
Right, I see.
I don't know who those guys are, but you know.
I might just steal his SIM card, but don't tell him.
See you in the next video, guys. She's not stealing my SIM card. Bye.